What's going on? Get in the door. So, picked up a new vehicle. Well, I had a couple new vehicles. I haven't made a video in a while, but this is one of them, but that's another video for another time. The car we'll be talking about is this one. So I bought a BMW Wagon. Here she be. And it is I forget what year it is. I think it's a 2000. I'm not positive, or maybe a 2001. But it's a 323. I think they're called ITs for the wagon. I'm not 100% sure. You can tell over here it's been painted. See, this silver is different from this silver, but who cares? Here is the interior. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Seats aren't really ripped. No, well, aren't ripped, no tears. That seat is a little bit, you see the bolster, I mean, that's common. It has 160,000 miles. Let's look at the dash. And a lot of you are gonna say, oh, that sucks, it's a 323. But honestly, I'd rather have a 323 because they get the best gas mileage out of all the 6-cylinders, obviously, because it has the least power and stuff. So I'm not about to be ragging on it and stuff like that, but oh yeah, look at all that room. You could pick up wheels and everything. The worst spot of it on the interior is right there. Yeah, I don't know, this guy spilled something back there and it's not doing too well, but the rest of the interior is really well. The back seats aren't ripped or tore or anything. I mean, really, it just needs a good cleaning. And then, I mean, it's solid now. I haven't even cleaned it. Like, this is exactly how I got it. Everything you see is how I got it. So, I think after I vacuum it myself and stuff like that, it should be even better. But, if you're wondering how much I bought it for, I'll show you right here. $800. Okay, it's a 2000. Okay, yeah. 2000 station wagon. Whatever, he says station wagon. I call it a BMW wagon. Wagoon. Yeah, $800 without these wheels. It came with some stock wheels. I just got these for my M3. So these were the stock wheels on my M3, but I got some new wheels for my M3. Got some Apexes. But the reason this thing caught my eye is because the ZHP bumper. I saw the ZH number, I was like, dang, that thing looks pretty good. It really wouldn't take literally some wheels and it'll look pretty good and it'll be a decent daily. You could pick up wheels, whatever you want, really. So yeah, and then what else? Oh yeah, so the other day my friend Josh comes over, he's like, oh, my Jeep gets horrible gas mileage. I need another daily to get around and this and that and get better gas mileage. I was like, yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. So he's like, cause I don't know if you guys remember, but on my, a long time ago, well, maybe like a year ago, I posted a video of my black Mercedes wagon, and yeah, that thing was sweet. So he was like, I want to get a wagon and this and that. So I just go on Craigslist a little bit and look around, and I find this thing for, I think it was up for $1,500. Yeah, it was up for $1,500. So this was like a week and a half ago. We texted him, we're like, hey, we'll do 800 for it. He's like, no, 800, no, no, no. We asked a couple times, no, no, no. And then he's like 1,200. We were like, like it's like worth 1,200, but we know we don't really want to pay 1,200 for it. So we were just like, whatever. We'll ask him again in a week or two. So a week goes by, we hit him up again. We're like 800. He's like 1,000. Like bottom dollar, 1,000. And then yesterday we just hit him up. I hit him up. I was like, hey, would you do 800? He's like, you know what, I'll do 850, come and get it. I was like, come on, man, just do 800. Like, I'll bring 800 right now, cash. He's like, all right, fine, bring the 800. So I go over there, bring the 800 and buy it. And I drove it home, 45 minutes. But yeah, check these boys out. Apexes. This is gonna be a whole video on its own, this car. You guys probably already know what it is, but it's E46 M3. But yeah, E46 M3. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that. Long story short about the wagon, my buddy Josh is looking for one, and he like kind of loses interest in it, and I pick it up for myself because I'm like, it's actually nice, and it wouldn't take a lot to make it like even nicer. So Literally bought it, put some wheels on it, and it's good. What else was I gonna say? With the DS2s, it looks pretty good, but it's really high right now. I think after I cut the springs and stuff, it's gonna look a lot better. I'm just gonna go around like I did on this other E36 I had and cut the springs. And yeah, it should look, sit a little bit better at least. And if you're wondering what problems it does have a few issues, and I'll say them. One issue, the intake, like the throttle body, there's like, if you know about cars, whatever, it's like a flap in the intake like this. It's like a circle, right? Like every intake, and it goes in and out to let air in, or whatever, whenever you give it more throttle. So I'm pretty sure what this one is doing, it's like getting stuck and it's moving like this, so it makes like a clicking sound. It's like really loud though. It's like, I'll turn it on in a minute, see if you guys can hear it, but it's like, and whenever we first turned it on at the guy's house, my buddy Josh was like, oh shoot, it's like knocking or whatever. I was like, nah, that's not the motor itself. It's like it's definitely the intake, because you can hear it right at the intake, and it's just like, it doesn't sound like knocking. Knocking's more of like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a hard metal. This sounded more like an aluminum just going against each other, because that's what it is. But yeah, I already knew it was the intake, so I was like, that's not too bad. I could probably just take that out and replace it, or just clean it up, and it'll probably be good again. And yeah, so I figured that. But the motor runs really well besides that. Like, there's no ticking, knocking, nothing like that. And the actual motor itself, just the intake, is doing that crap. And then what else? It makes like I think it's a fan or something, where it makes like an airplane noise. I think it's like the fan clutch or something. I haven't really dug too deep into it. Like I said, I got it last night, so I'm not too worried about it. All I know is it doesn't overheat, and no smoke coming out the back or anything like that. So I was like, the motor's good. All the other little problems for 800 I'll fix. But yeah, I drove it home 45 minutes, and that was no problem. I've been driving it around a little bit today, and I really haven't had any issues besides those sounds. Like, it doesn't overheat, or it's not low on power or anything like that. So, I mean, the little issues I can get to, I just don't have time for that. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get around to it probably this weekend. But yeah, the wheels and stuff, I mean, it's a good little car. It'll be a good daily. And that's exactly what I needed, because I haven't had a good daily in a long time. But this car is sweet. I can't wait to make a video on this car. I kind of want to do a whole edit on it, like get this a friend of, like Josh's friend, Mikhail, who's like kind of my friend, but we don't know each other really well. But yeah, I just want to get him to do an edit on it, because he's really good with cameras and video, like he's a videographer and this and that, and a photographer, whatever you want to say. And he's really good with all the editing, so I really want to get him to come over here. We could do like a bunch of edits on it. It'd be a really cool video and stuff like that. But yeah, just so you guys know, it's a 98 E46 M3. But yeah, that's all you guys get. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that soon. But yeah, I guess we can go crank up the wagon. And I thought it had a bad battery, because whenever each time because we looked at the car twice, and yeah, the first time we go and look at it, the guy didn't want to take our price, but yeah, the second time we took it, but I thought it had a bad battery, but turns out it just needed to be charged. So now battery works good, but we'll start it. But yeah, you see it starts right up, and it's not really doing the clicking right now, but you can see it definitely has something to do with the intake, because that flap, it surges the idle sometimes a little bit. Like, it's not doing it right now, but sometimes whenever like this morning, whenever I first started it up, it was going like the idle's like like, so it's definitely that intake I don't even know what it's called, I'm just called the intake flap. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's the metal thing that lets air in. But yeah, it's doing good now, but let me see if I can. But you hear that? It's not just like motor noise, it sounds like a fan, you know? And I had this one E46, it sounded like kind of the same, but just not as bad as this one. Like, this one's just really loud about it. I had another E46, it sounded about the same, but it, like, you see, here goes the idle. I guess it's down to a better idle. But see, now it's running a little bit worse. I mean, I can feel it. I think it's definitely that intake, because the motor actually runs really well, and as you can hear, there's no like lift or ticking or knocking. But yeah, it doesn't overheat either. Pardon me. But yeah, it's just that intake. I'm gonna mess with it this weekend, probably take it off and do a good cleaning, or it might be the ICV. I mean, on E46s, the ICV is something bad about it. Oh shoot, it probably is the ICV. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna probably do that. 1 second. Jeez, pardon me. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, the temp right there, perfect. Also the brakes, it's been sitting for a while, and they just sound like, whenever you're stopping, it sounds like something's like, there's something's on them, and holy crap, look at this frog. Oh shoot. Car came with a frog, I just seen this. Holy crap, I don't know what to do. Should I let him out? Or give him to my cats? I don't know what to do about that frog. I think after I stop the video, I'm just let him be free, because, you know, animal rights and stuff. I don't want the animal rights protesters on this video, you know, talking down on me. But yeah, check that green frog out. That's a real frog. Everybody sees toads and they're like, oh, they just call them frogs, but this is an actual green, like actual real frog, like a frog, not a toad. Sweet. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I might keep that thing. I don't know what to name it, but yeah. I don't know if this AC works or not. Like it seems like it blows, but just like not hard. I don't know if it's the cabin air filter or what, but I don't know. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it. But yeah, long story short, it's a pretty cool Wagon. It's pretty clean. Like the full interior is actually really clean. If you want to know the mileage, it's at right there, 159K, so 160K. And no lights besides the DSC, like dynamic skid control light, which is, I mean, that's pretty common. Like, who needs that anyway? That's just traction control basically in BMW terms. But who needs that, you know? What else? I mean, it's a pretty good car. These front 2 windows work, but the back 2 don't. Which, I guess the 2 fronts are really all you need, right? But yeah. That's my BMW wagon. If you guys want to see some more videos on it, I should have done a video of me doing the wheels, but you know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, thanks for watching.